I guess I'd rather play a priest. Both of our last two priest decks went 12. And I don't think I've drafted a paladin class card this meta, so.
The goddess calls.
Redbeard, what's up, Mr. KBB? Shellraiser or Spirit? Honestly, I think the Spirit might be better. I kind of hate this card. I'm gonna take the Spirit. Shadow Priest. If you ever brag about your priest decks, I'm gonna set you on fire. On fire, you say? Well, that's not a good feeling. Let's grab the dragon. There could be dragon synergy for us. Speaking of which, we could take the shitty sleepy dragon. I think I'll just take a dwarf. Dwarf is okay. Dredger Staff is a playable card. I'm taking a Twilight Whelp. When we get 3 Draconid operatives, we're gonna be really happy. Partner in Crime is really good. I do love Cable Rat, but let's take that. Do you know you have your own Twitch emote? This cat made out of a cookie? Yes, I knew that. Oh, this card really sucks, huh? Let's take a Sketchy. Sketchy's cool. Smite's okay, too. We could probably take a Cleric. I think I would take a Brewmaster over the Poison guy, but let's grab a Cleric here. Hey, there's one Draconid operative. I like all 3 of these. I think Tar Creeper's the best card here. And probably Fairy Dragon's the second best card because of the operative and potential dragon stuff. But what about Crystalline Oracle? What about that? Could take the Dragon Slayer. Kind of feels like it's off-brand for what we're trying to do. But what if somebody else has a dragon, I kill theirs? There can only be one Dragon Master. Oh, I love Identity Theft. It's probably still the Light It Burns, but let's instead take Identity Theft for fun. We got Vile Fiend, that one's good. Thank you very much, Laced, for the Twitch Prime. More Twilight Whelps. Sin Runner is good. I'm gonna just take Boon. I just want to take some class cards and not see the same goddamn 5 neutral cards every run. Let's go Rusty Raider. That's actually a pretty sick card with Boon, right? You make like a 5/10 taunt per 4. Yeah, we said we would get 5 of these. 3 of these. Hey Melly, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Let's take an Orc here. I like that guy. Probably just gonna take the Thrive here. We have a Probe, which is shit. The Identity Theft and the Boon are okay. Ideally, we pick up like a Death or a Nova. Unsleeping Soul. Don't really have a reason to take that. Let's take Bog Beast. These are absolute crap. Alright, we'll run a Gloom Eater. I think it's the least shit here. Don't think Elixir's that good, but I don't think Portal Keeper's very good either, so let's take it. We'll grab a little bit of late game. Choose a minion. Destroy it after you play a card copied from your opponent. We do have Oracle, we do have Probe, and we do have Identity Theft. Interesting. Oh my god, and we have 2 operatives. This is good with some of those. Let's just take it. I've never played Discard or anything. Sure, it'll be great. This card would be okay for us, but let's take Clear Conscience. I like this card. These are all shit. These are all shit. Oh, let's take the dragon at least. We'll run more dragons. Sounds good to me. Take the big red herring, and finally... When was the last time we drafted a legendary? I feel like it's been 10, 15 drafts? 112 maybe? Ecklebot into Stoneborn. Well, for our opponent, you know it pulls out of their deck, right? Not mine. That wouldn't be good for me. Raid Shadow Legends, Little Wing is in. He's got a level 50, so he got a level 100 ninja character. I have a character, that's my strongest character in Raid, it's Ninja, the streamer. They should have put Redbeard in. Come on, man. I'd be playing more Raid Shadow Legends if they had a Redbeard skin.
I will prove my
Raw power is no substitute for true strength.
for the roast, my
I really thought this thing needed one more health. A lot of the time having one more health on this is actually detrimentally worse, right? It's detrimental, actively detrimental for your plans. But I didn't get to choose which card I added to my hand, so. They should make a card like this. 1 mana, 1/2.
So where does the magic come from?
Put a random 2-drop on the top of your deck or something. Would that be too good? Maybe that'd be too good. You could run like Keliseth or something. I don't know if that would even be good in Wild. A fool can flaunt the card you stole. You fool can flaunt the card you stole from him in his face to trigger it. You're like, hey, got your new scooter, Timmy, and then Timmy dies. What's going on? They should make that card look like Dreads too. Well, naturally. Do I want to heal? Sure. I hate it because it's worse on our mana. I'm only healing for 1. But what if I mean, who cares what I add? I could add something later, right? It's gonna swing, right? Ooh, no swing. Interesting. No swing means I can, I should have traded first. No swing means I can get the poisonous dingus down. Alright, if they made this card today, what stats would we have to give him? Only 1. Interesting, again. You give him like 5 mana, 1/6. Could he at least be a 1/6 poisonous? Would that be alright? If I do this, means he has to spend another mana. This card will not be outcast for a very long time. At least till turn 11. So let's take that. I'm gonna take the Fool. I have so much card draw. Glaive, Skull, and 2 Famished Fools. Just make the card. Oh, I already read that. Or unless you want this one to look like Dreads. This one sort of does. This one looks like Dreads 5 years ago.
So where does the magic come from?
So he could play Stormwind Champ. But I don't care that much about that, right?
Right away.
Richard may play a great live action Golem. Golem! Wasn't he live action? Oh, I guess he was digital. I guess he was digital.
No. Trust me.
Dark Iron Dwarf. What spells? I could get Boon. Oh, I could get Elixir. Choose a minion, destroy it after you play a card copied from your opponent. Choose a minion. Destroy it. Pretty good.
Alas, poor warlock.
Were they discounted? I'm assuming yes, but I can't remember. It goes up to 15. We have 11, 13. Goes up to 8. We have 6. Oh look, you got the form working. Gesticulate did it for me. Did you get any submissions? I thought Pierce would have some brilliant contributions. Oh man, a bunch of 7s following. That's not good. That's not good for old Red. Probably playing these 2. Let's man, I knew that was coming. When I drafted, I was like, probably just never get anything. It's cute. It's fine. Who wants spells? It's good to know that he doesn't have any spells. When it makes the animation when cards are drawn, it means the discount went off. Like, that could be. I spend very little of the time playing Hearthstone looking at anything that's happening. Because I mostly play on stream and I'm mostly reading chat, so I miss these things. Alright, after this game I have to pee. It's peeing time. Those turns he had the magnifying glaive up early, and he didn't kill my stuff. I feel like he could have probably had some extra health to work with. I think your impression of the whoosh noise was accurate. So you don't have to look, just listen for the whoosh. Listen for the whoosh, listen for the whoosh. Arthur? Alright, thank you guys for being here. Let's queue up. The music stopped. Maybe the YouTube knew I had to pee. And let's play some more Beloved Hearth.
Tyrande versus Malfurion.
My beloved Tyrande.
My dear Malfurion.
Oh god. No thanks. Could keep the 3 maybe. Sometimes people overvalue the text of the card instead of playing for control of the board. Yeah, and I agree. The prospect in a spot like that of drawing, 2 or 3 cards is so high. Some cards provide like a really small amount of value and people will still sort of kind of lean into it when they probably shouldn't. But his whole deck appeared to be card draw, so I would have been more accepting of giving up that value. He had a Famished Fool in his hand, or he drew one shortly after and had 2 in his deck.
A mistake.
Wish I had hit a 3, huh? How many do I have? Maybe I should have kept that Dragon Slayer. 1, 2, we only have 3 real 3 drops. The thing is, by getting rid of the Dragon Slayer, it helped give us better odds of hitting the Vile Fiend on 2. So, just gonna play this. I don't know, it's pushing less damage. Thank you, moderator team. I may have accidentally unbanned them. Sometimes we click the buttons at the same time, and I unban people. Do we trust chicken? I trust the chicken. Oh no, I'm sorry. I meant to say I choke the chicken. No, the chicken has been banned. Instead of using the service, you've decreased your viewer by 1. I know, right? We should just leave him here. We should just leave him here. This could be worse, right? Always hero power? Yeah, that's fine too. Play this guy, maybe do that. I went to the link. You probably have a computer virus. It's what you've got, my friend. Or a regular virus. Sort of bacteria. My house is full of hair. You know what? Mine is too. Most of it is my own. I'm gonna probably just buff this. Because then I have a full clear. I guess it's not a full clear, but it's close. Let's make our trades first in case he rolls like a righteous defender. I don't think there's a terrible one that we could give him, huh?
A pinch of that.
Maybe like something like this, and then he gets my Stoneborn or something.
What a delightful party.
Nothing worse than the virus I got from watching Redbeard stream. Mine's not full of pubic hair, Redbeard. There's a difference. Fair point. There is a difference. I am inclined to agree. And that Og Merchant just looks so good here. I'm not gonna play it this turn. Because, well, frankly, I really don't wanna. But just being able to ping that 9-1 just in case. The twin spell is very expensive and we probably don't need it. And the Shavara seems like the worst of the 3 actually. Because we're pretty dramatically ahead right now. I had to self-prescribe antibiotics once after contracting several infections from Redbeard's stream. Really? This is getting worse and worse for me as I learn more about your guys' habits. Let's see what else is in there. Sure. Now I kind of wish I had the buff, but hey, In my defense, I didn't know what I was gonna get here. Good morning, Red and chat. Hope we're doing. How are we doing? It's Friday. I'm doing pretty good, Leah. I'm doing all right. Could be better. Doing awful. Things couldn't be worse. I'm doing okay. It's still Thursday night for me. We're doing a sponsored stream today. Oh, somebody did raid. Oh, thank God. It didn't really make a noise. Oh, I was worried we would get 0 and they'd fire me. Oh, thanks. I don't know who did it, but thank you. Oh, sweet, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, so scared. So if we're getting 1 every 2 hours, we'll only have to stream 170 hours this week to get the first goal. I gotta support you somehow. Was that you, Conquer? I really appreciate it, man. That's cool. That's so cool of you.
Echoes in the darkness.
This one. Go right. We played around Sudden Betrayal by plopping that guy there. I wonder if there was a way to guarantee that we could have hit the 4-3. I don't think so. If the 4-3 was... if they had switched places, right? We're always going to have a 50-50 there. Can you get more money if you get a higher level or anything? Yeah, actually, Conquer. If you get to level 25, which I believe takes about 7 to 10 hours, you don't have to do it in a day, you have all week. We're doing this promotion. You can actually get, I can get some extra money, and you can get a Redbeard shirt. And there's a form, you have to do it on desktop, not mobile. But there's a form here. You just have to follow all the directions here. But you can get a limited edition Redbeard merch shirt. And you can see 2 attractive people wearing the shirt, so you can see what you would look like if you got it. It's pretty cool. And that one, for everyone that does get to level 25, they're gonna give us some tangible, US dollars, which is cool. How long does it take? The tutorial for getting to count for the 85, I think, is only a couple of minutes. It's like probably 5 if you're really slow. The tutorial is really quick. And really, it's mostly just like tapping your phone. You don't have to like... It's not very difficult.
For the roast, my lord.
Oh God, I need that sexy shirt. Hey, hope some people make it. Just because, I don't know, man. I guess they're probably gonna make as many as get done. They're probably not making... I think it caps at 120. I don't know if we'll get 120 people getting level 25. If we do, cool. I doubt they're making 120, so it could be even more limited. This is like a piece of history. I think I would rather play this. Also, man, it's been so long since they printed like a true 3-mana 4/4 with like minimal downside, it feels like. They used to print that stat line a lot. I don't know why they've gone away from that. There was the 3-mana 4/4 that freezes all your minions, which was really, really good arena card. There was probably at least 1 or 2 others that I can't remember. Where do you see the picture of the shirt? If you fill out the form, you can see a picture of the shirt. You actually see it in the panel banner as well. You don't have to complete the form. Like if you just like fill it out and don't submit it, the last page will show you the shirt. But if you're on desktop, you can go to the panels below. If you're on mobile, you have to click like the name and then go to the about section, I think, and then scroll down. It's harder to get there on mobile. It's good to see you, Pierce. Hope you're doing relatively well. Not super well. Double trade, actually.
I have trained for days.
Yeah, Bamboozle will be good at some point. He won't have a choice but to attack. Could he not have bumped in Wrath with spell power? Maybe, yeah, actually. Why don't you take the night off one of these days and I'll host a stream? I would love that, Wickedy. Can you come to America and do that? Can I do the raid tutorial on mobile? Yeah, so the 85 counts everyone. Mobile will be the easiest. And then anybody is free to spam if they have questions about beloved Raid Shadow Legends. How to download it in particular. But to get the level 25 thing, it's only through desktop. I'm not sure exactly why or how or whatever, but they did make reference of that to that. I was watching Pierce play Overwatch earlier today. The kid's got skills. Let's do this. Huh? Choose a minion that goes dormant for 3 turns. I think that card's actually pretty good. I've never seen it cast. Oh, maybe once. Maybe it was something else. I download the game. I type in a promo code. I'm on mobile. I want to make sure to give you credit. If you used the link from chat or click the panel banner, then it will count for us. There's a promo code there, Good Night, which will get you some extra swag in the game, but you don't have to do that to get it to count for our campaign. But thanks, man.
My past cannot chain me forever.
That could have been better. That was an 8-drop? I guess technically that's an 8-drop. So it kills that. Hopefully no taunt. That's okay. That's okay. That's not okay. We're 1 short. And I have a terrible turn. I don't really like this song. Right? There's just no way. This is 11, this is 4. What was I saying? Something about Raid Shadow Legends? Something about Overwatch. But I can only play like 2 games because that game makes me very mad. It makes me very angry. Need a Pocket Mercy? Is that a character? I don't really know how to play. But I just feel like if I was playing with Pierce, it would be so funny to play poorly, and then the 2 of us are hooting and hollering and screaming at each other, and I would be blaming him for things, and it would definitely not be his fault. He'd be getting so mad, probably. I think that's one of them fleshlights. I would use a Pocket Fleshlight Overwatch edition or whatever. Yeah, that sounds good. Drop Beast and give it a big buff. Hopefully it's a 10 drop Beast. Can't deal with that shit right now. Can I play the bow and arrow guy? Dang, that wasn't a cheap card at all. Can I play the bow and arrow guy? I don't think you have a lot of skill with him.
You get the goods. I'll stand.
Your skill was lacking.
You get the goods. I'll stand.
When I dusted off the cookies from my lap, the cloud of debris that was in front of my face, I did not think you were doing a good job. You play the bow and arrow guy, but I would lose some respect for you. Why? That's what Pierce plays. Is that not a good one?
Where you followed? Is someone injured? Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
I was playing Soldier 76. I wasn't good with him either. But I knew how to shoot his gun. They made me play the monkey Pierce, and I was jumping and I was getting killed right away. I didn't like that. That was that shit that I didn't like.
Right away. Someone's coming.
Maybe I'd go on Bumble right now. Okay, hold on. Okay. On Bumble. It's good for guys like us. Well, here we are. We're on Bumble together now. You and I. I mean, I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'll just kill it. Ooh, that one's good. Let's do this. That one goes.
Right away.
And then what I get is all this statage. Is this the best one now? It might be. The other thing got nerfed again today, right? It's still probably the best one. But I get a 2/2 on the board. It does sort of the same thing. And then if I use this, then I'm not gonna have access to a way to proc this right away. There's like a lot of downside, right? Let's heal here. We'll go 2, 2, 1. Yeah, I only do casual Chief Queef quotes. You know me. The hell? Spent 4 mana to kill my 1/1. I'm okay with that. So what am I doing here? Let's do this.
Someone's coming.
In the void. Well fought.
Okay, we got 4 wins. 4's pretty good. Heavy music, I love it. Did you like that one? That was a cool song. You know me, I'm a pretty heavy dude.
Versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
Alone give me strength.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have enough mana.
Yes, I do. Oh, thank God. I was just gonna say we need a bunch of 7s following us. Wait, it's a real person? Douglas Kulak. What's up, Dougie? Wow. Love having real people follow. That's even better. I love how Chief Keef is a master of 1, upping the competition. In Lyrical Brilliance, one time he stated that whilst you may keep it 1 Hana, he keeps it 3 Hana. And while you may be pulling up in a Honda, he pulls up in an Audi. I like a Honda. Isn't that a good, ain't that a nice vehicle? Very reliable. Doug, how are you, man? How'd you find the stream? Let me guess. You're a YouTube super fan. God damn, those YouTube super fans are everywhere. On that note, Tariel, you thinking about subscribing to the old Redbeard YouTube or what? Maybe Charles wants to get in on that? I know Charles is an avid YouTube, he's a staunch YouTube supporter. Avenge is kind of bad for us, Reckoning's kind of bad for us. Get down is okay. It doesn't really matter, we can't not attack. That won't help us. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, that is actually better for us. Because if that's Reckoning, we just skip our turn. You already know I'm subbed, and I'm in the hot tub. Oh, my dad goes in the jacuzzi. They have a jacuzzi in the condo, you know, common area. Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't hear a sound last time, but I did this time. Raid Shadow Legends. Someone join the raid. Heck yeah, man. He goes in the jacuzzi like every day. Every day the man's in the jacuzzi. I hope that wasn't Dr. Sauceman, because that means then we're probably going to get another one, which would be cool.
Reporting for duty.
But if it was, then thank you for that. I could push 10 stinking damage here. That's a lot. Just finished. The graphics are pretty cool. Hey, there you go, man. How long did it take you? Like 5 or less, right? I'm terrified of paladins doing things. Dread City Freestyle raps better than you. I'm going to do something, and I'm going to emulate Dread's rapping to make fun of him, okay? So Dread's raps always have one dance move. It's always off rhythm. It's never like in beat with the song, which is actually harder for me to like move off rhythm of the song, so I'm not even gonna bother trying that aspect of it.
Move aside.
Do they never want me to get the card I want? I wanted the Clear Conscience here. But he only has one move. It always goes like this. That's his rapping slash dancing slash acknowledgement of hip hop culture, physical acknowledgement of the hip hop culture maneuver, and his rhymes consist of like, this is a real door. I'm going to open the door. I got a 9.4 average. His last couple things just will never rhyme, and then he'll give up. Also, that was much better than anything he could have done. But no, I would destroy him, and I'm sure I'm terrible at it. But that's just sort of like when you watch one of your grandparents,
What is
like, trying to, you know, get out of bed, but their bodies have decomposed on the inside. It's their last day. It's not good. It ain't what you want to see out of a human body. Oh, you can finish it in less than 5, and the game shows where to click. If you just want to help out Redbeard, I implore everyone to take 5 minutes to do it. And click while you watch Redbeard. Hey, thanks, Dr. Saucepan. Yeah, hopefully we can hit the first goal. That'd be cool. 85 would be sick.
What have we?
85 would be sick. You forgot the Eminem and 8 Mile head and hand bop thing. I can only be too weird myself. Let's heal here. I hope the buff goes all the way to the left. This guy is Nathria? Yeah, maybe. Nothing we can do about that though. Aaron Sama. Thank you, Aaron Sama. What's his face? Okay, I need a identity theft. I did not get an identity theft. I will do this. And I guess I'm healing here. Okay, that was the worst hit. He got the average in 2017, overcompensating for his calves that are too lean. Since then, all he's done is lose to red. Somebody call a hearse. This man is dead. Lean in 2017. That was good. I'm grateful to Dread's raps because it makes me feel confident there's someone in the world that's worse than me at rapping. I feel like Dread's, he makes a lot of people feel good about a lot of different aspects of like humanity, being a human and whatnot, because of his lack of skills with a lot of these things. I feel like that's a common sentiment, but not just rapping, you know? Great. I can't play that, which frankly is kind of bad. Is this stolen from him, by the way? Have I just realized that now? Oh god. I just realized that now. Holy hell. I could have been in a much better spot. I was like, where did I get this card from? I don't think this one works now. I'm not even sure, but just put that together. We talk about Dreads a lot, true. He's like my great-great-granddad.
Stone Legion.
Well, I guess I'm glad I still have it. But I'm not very glad that I'm actually not convinced. Does this work? Do we know? I think this is a different card. Does anybody know? It's really good to trade there, I think. Shouldn't work, right? It shouldn't work.
What is Elune's will?
I imagine it won't work. I don't see why it would. First half should work, yeah. We should have used the first half a long time ago, but I actually kind of need this, and I need another card. I only have 2 cards that can make it work. Oh, yeah, only 2. Yeah, I don't think we were getting out of this either way. We just don't have the high value cards.
I cannot not play that.
For the roast, my lord.
It is finished.
I mean, we're just... If we had played it better, we would have fallen behind to the insanely high-valued cards, and we just had a 1-drop or whatever.
Tyrande versus
Your intuition was correct, yeah.
Give me strength.
We could have been in a better position. We could have fallen behind. We could have fallen behind later in the game.
Is someone injured?
I always hate playing this on 1. But I also kind of hate holding it indefinitely, just like hoping for
Right away.
a time. And like you play it on like turn 7 and draw a card or whatever, and it's like, oh, okay, that wasn't that even that good. We deal 3. Yeah, it's always portal there. That's fine. Yeah. He's evolving it. Yeah, I guess. That's a great draw.
I have trained for days.
BG's card, short-lived. He's overloaded here, and he has no coin now. That's pretty bad for me. I guess. I need one of them buff cards, and I can be in a really good spot. Not quite.
Were you followed?
Let's say we need Reckoning. Then he can't evolve it and attack. Scorpid. Well, I'd like to play this, but honestly, it just matches up better against that anyway. Just fungal, I guess. How's motion denied a 2022 card again? What's motion denied?
I cast arcane missiles.
Rectoning, as in get wrecked. Hey Joshy D, how are you, man? Good luck on raid if you're so inclined. Let's do this. Give him a wow, like we got the hottest card in his deck. He doesn't need to know it, and we didn't. Secret play 3 cards, do face damage. Oh, is that bad? Oh, that'll never work. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Okay, it'll work sometimes.
Were you followed?
One's in his hand. I kind of want that, but this is really good for this turn. Oh, that's a deck. Play that next turn. Having a Stoneborn's nice. Huh. I guess I need something for next turn. Let's shoot there. 10 out of 10 Bomber. That was a good one for them. Red's Arch Nemesis strikes again. I have so many Arch Nemesis in Hearthstone. There's a full list of them. There's a full list of them idiots. Oh man, that went so poorly for me. But I have to attack it, right? Oh, you know he has a good 8 next turn. I mean, what else can I do, right? I have to do this. Honestly, that's not even like close to the worst 8 that could have come out. If it just gets like an 8/8 or something, it's probably just worse for us. I can't fungal because he rolled a taunt. I can't kill anything. I've got a crappy 1/2. I don't have any spells that can help me, I don't think. Let's take a look. We have Clear Conscience and Boon. Neither of which does anything here. Huh. I think we're just dead then. It's a better card. Like, we can't beat this board, let alone the first Walking Fountain. Let alone the first Stoneborn. Well, I guess we might as well take something. Oh, Oh, that's actually kind of good. I forgot this was a card. Alright, we'll take it and use it later. Which means we can't play this, but we didn't have any intention to anyway. I was drawing Secret before 2-3 Mage Minion, not on Redbeard Salt. I don't know. I think these are... I don't know, I don't make these. Going third is on there. God, I hate going third. Alright, he needs to get a 9 mana 2-4. I mean, nothing matters here, I'm sure. Okay, that's not a 2-4. Okay, so choose a minion and destroy it. Choose another minion and destroy it. Choose another minion and destroy it.
Mushroom power! Mushroom power!
7 mana 4-4 was so 2019. We got 7 mana 2-2s now.
Well played.
But I got so many 7 mana.
I cast arcane missiles.
I got so many. Man, we're actually pretty close to coming back here. You can pick up a taunt here. And then I guess we could draw like a Stoneborn General or a Red Herring or something before him. I guess, right? If he doesn't cast a Mad Flame Strike or whatever. JKNYU Kiochula Wily son of a bitch. Thank you so much, man.
Tyrande versus
Coco.
Gul'dan.
Thank you, Coco. Wait, Coco didn't do anything.
You give me strength.
How about fuck you, Coco? Incoming. I'll keep this stuff. Maybe we can get out ahead. There's beard hairs in my mouth. What's this one? Return to your hand. I think return to your hand's the worst. I guess it's better than lifesteal if you're not hurt, right? If you're not under pressure yet. If he taps, I'm playing the 3-drop.
Small in size.
Still playing the 3-drop.
I have trained for days.
Darn it. There goes 1 face damage.
The culprit was not tight.
It's not the worst card to pull here, because at least I can play it next turn. So that's sort of something, right? This looks like how you'd be animated on King of the Hill. It really kind of does, huh? I can see that. Yeah, I see it. It's one of those guys that plays video games for money. I don't know what this world's coming to, I tell you. What? He plays video games.
You get the goods.
God dang it, ready?
You get the goods.
Red beer, ready? You smell like propane and propane accessories. Twitch chat. I would say never change, but instead, actually, maybe it's time to change. If not yourselves, then each other. I'm actually gonna play this one, depending on what he does. I may just want to go in with these two. Kind of tied up on mana for a turn or two, at least. The heal doesn't seem like it'll be super relevant. And having like 2/5/5s, 2/5 power minions seems kind of not great, right?
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Put him down to 10. I want to play that, but you know what? Let's start here. Let's play Fungal, and let's, I guess, just take the cheapest shitter. And that's 13, so let's get out of range of what's on his board. Of course, he can Fungal here, but Well, if he's fungling, then he doesn't have a lot of mana left over for like relevant plays, right? Did I miss something? That was a big mistake. What are you doing?
A mistake.
What are you doing, guy? You graduated from Red Bear's County School? This being counting good? Alright, I'll take 5. 5's good. Without the location, without a death, without any premium legendaries, I think 5 or 6 feels pretty optimistic for this deck. It's pretty fair. Can you or someone sell me on King of the Hill? I liked it growing up. I don't remember quotes. I haven't come back to the show. The show stood the test of time. I can't do a great job of selling you on it other than I also watched it growing up, but I always preferred The Simpsons. But I think everything I've seen as I've gotten older, I've liked from King of the Hill. And it does seem to be the type of show that the older you get, the more you appreciate it. I don't know how good it was, for how long, exactly when it started getting good. I don't know when like the peak is, but I do think the show is good. And the best sell job I could do, I think, is that Mike Judge, I think, is the primary creative force behind it, I believe. And he did Idiocracy, is that the name of that movie? With one of the Wilson brothers, Luke Wilson. And he did Office Space. And I think he did King of the Hill. So that's like, there's a reason. Hey, Sweet Man Brosia, thank you for the gifted sub to No Kills. I love Idiocracy, that movie makes me laugh so hard. Yeah, people like that guy, right? And Beavis and Butthead, yeah, I didn't like Beavis and Butthead. I didn't watch it at all as a kid. But everything I've seen now, I don't really get. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. It feels very dated, and it feels very, like, very niche, very niche. Like, it seems like it's a very small audience that would be receptive to that type of show. You kind of have to be, like, a 12 to 14-year-old boy in 1994 or whatever. But I don't know. Someone gifted me a sub, and I've been meaning to pay it forward. Hey, thank you so much, Sweet Man Broja. I hope No Kills appreciates it. No Kills comes by and chats a fair amount, I think. How many messages does No Kills have? 334 over several years. I hope they appreciate it.
For the roast, my lord.
So it's Bamboozle or Cheat Death? Probably Cheat Death, maybe? And you're kind of hoping that I will proc that for him? I'm not sure. Also, great draw. Man, that freeze is pretty good. This direct damage is pretty good too. Both are nice. But I'm assuming these are gone and that like 2 damage on board. Doesn't matter that much, but it could. What if he just uses like a life sentence, hits, shoots? Maybe I just want to shoot that next turn. If you ever watch F is for Family on Netflix, it's a Bill Burr show and that one is pretty good. I may have seen like 1 episode. But I don't remember it super vividly.
This one's a real.
I can shoot. Wow. I mean, I guess this already had spell damage. It's a good turn though. A good card, but let's go here. Let's go here. Not the worst thing to get. That's better than a bad card. Oh yeah, Cheat Death, duh. But it could have been Bamboozle. Do I ever play this? I don't think we're getting there now. Like, just push, push, push. That turn he had was too good. Maybe I could have just healed here, but no, then that would still be alive, huh? I'll hold this. We have another operative in the deck. And, you know, this could turn into something good at some point. I might have traded this off already if I were him, giving you better odds to draw the Solarian Prime. If it's gonna die this turn. It might not. King of the Hill is one of the most cleverly ironic shows. Bobby is a better marksman than Hank, despite having little interest in guns. Dale and Hank are better with each other's sons than they are with their own. Cotton prefers spending time with Bobby over Hank, despite the fact that he's a hardened war veteran, and the fact that Peggy is in many ways the man of the marriage. Despite Hank's adherence to the traditional nuclear family, are all great examples of clever yet not forced writing. Well, there you go. If that don't do it for you, then well, maybe something else will.
You get the goods. I stand alone. You get the goods.
Without the menu, the card couldn't draw, so couldn't trade first. I think we might be talking about two different turns, maybe. Does scroll work with theft? It transforms the card when you first play it. It starts off showing the scroll was played, then it transforms, so I assume it works. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. We should probably know and hope that we didn't get screwed, I guess. Hope it's not screwing us.
Of my jungle.
Theft is so bad. Well, it's been okay for us. What's your favorite fast food chain? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe we're talking about like the big burger places, McDonald's, Jack in the Box, Wendy's and stuff. I think they're all alright. I don't know, actually.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
Can't it just turn into a fireball and I kill him or something? Seems like Panda-Lot when they had a crispy honey chicken. I guess, yeah. But you know...
Want it?
Yeah, maybe. I never feel good after I eat it, though. Are you a fan of Chick-fil-A? I've never had Chick-fil-A ever. Everybody says it's so good, but I can't imagine that, like, a chicken sandwich could be that good. Maybe. What the hell? Hearthstone commented on Heart Queen's Twitter post where we were in a photograph together, so I'm getting notifications from Play Hearthstone. We love it when the community comes together. I feel like if I had posted that and it was a picture of me, they wouldn't have liked it. Maybe they would have. It's a little different these days than it used to be, but I don't think they would have cared.
Someone's out on me.
I feel at the same time, it does kind of feel like Heart Queen is more photogenic and much more likable and personable than Redbeard, so yeah. Were you ever a fan of In-N-Out? Yeah, In-N-Out's cool. I never thought it was as good as like a good burger place though, you know? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. My mouse just bugging like crazy. Jeez Louise. I can't even control it. They shouldn't concede because my mouse is
Someone's coming.
doing its own thing right now. Yeah, In-N-Out's cool, but I'd rather get, like, I don't like burgers much, I guess is the thing. It's like when I've never had a Mac burger from McDonald's. I've never had a Wendy's square patty or anything like that. I never had one ever. So like I if I were gonna go to In-N-Out, like I'd get a burger and fries and like a shake, and it was cheap too, man. You get like a burger and fries and a shake for like $7 or $8 or something. Probably more expensive now, but it was like cheap. It was less than $10. You got to get the fries well done. That's the key for In-N-Out. You have to get the fries well done. Otherwise, it's just kind of like inedible slop. But I'd rather go to the Habit. If I probably ate like 5 burgers a year, maybe 4 burgers a year, or 3, and it would always be from the Habit if I was going out somewhere
This is my
to get a burger. But In-N-Out was great because they were open till like 1 or 2 a.m. So in the San Fernando Valley, growing up there, you could go to Echo Park or Hollywood or something. You go out dancing if your girlfriend or your lady friend made you go, or if Jesse wanted to go out somewhere, or whatever. You go to the Dodger game, you get out and like Guisado's is closed. You don't want to like hang out down there sometimes. You're driving back and you can go to In-N-Out on the way back on your way home. And that was always like a nice spot to end up. But I don't think that's like, oh my God, In-N-Out is so delicious. It's just like, serviceable.
For the roast, my lord.
Can cheese be a favorite food? I think so. I think some of it's a shtick, but you're valued in the HS community. Well, some of it is a shtick. I make a little jokey jokes sometimes, but you may not, I don't know how long you've been here, Dr. Sauceman. You may not have been here long enough to remember when the Play Hearthstone Twitter would not like a message with Redbeard in it. May actively like ones where they were saying bad things about Redbeard in the past. Every time I went to the Habit, it was because the line at In-N-Out was too long and Habit was bad. What were you getting? Were you getting like a teriyaki tuna sandwich or something? What the hell? What do you mean the Habit was bad? Redbeard was the Zeddy of Arena before Zeddy. I think they dislike Zeddy more. And still dislike him, probably. But I never did anything. I never did anything to them. And after not doing anything to them, and then seeing kind of the way Chris operated, then I was vocal about not liking Chris. I still don't really, I still don't like Chris. I don't think Chris was a good guy. In fact, I think he was a bad guy. I'm not gonna play it because I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next to him. You wouldn't bend the knee? No, I never bent the knee. Is the San Fernando Valley just like in the movie We Are Friends? I've never seen that, but they film like 95% of all pornos in the San Fernando Valley, and like 80% of all Hollywood films, it feels like, are just filmed over there. So it's a lot like the way that Hollywood portrays itself, the area, but without attractive people. There's a lot of unattractive people there. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people there, so there's a lot of attractive people too, don't get me wrong, but you know, it wasn't like Scarlett Johansson was walking around, although a lot of the celebrities do live, you know, in the nicer parts of the valley. Calabasas, and I don't know, Calabasas probably is a nice place. It's more like Boogie Nights, yeah. But Boogie Nights, I think, was actually filmed in the valley. I think it takes place in the valley. Like you know, a lot of things were like just filmed and set in the San Fernando Valley. Hey Graham, what's up, dude? Do you ever want to say to someone, "I wish your ancestor never left Ireland, that they need you there"? Yeah, I do wish to say that to people sometimes. Yeah, pretty often actually. Yeah. Sounds like something I wish to say.
Were you followed?
I'll just throw it back at some point. Really, like, who cares? He's bipping, he's bopping, he's slapping me. Who cares? Scarlett Johansson watches Hearthstone Arena on Twitch. She does. She messaged me the other day asking if we could meet up at TwitchCon, but I missed it, so no, we couldn't. You know me, Graham. I was very busy. Graham, how do you feel about downloading Raid Shadow Legends? You in or you double in? What's it gonna be, Graham? I mean, you don't get to punch Doc Ock in the face, but you can punch some sort of green ghoul or some, probably. Wow, I have a lot of dragons, and yet he didn't get one. That's good.
That's an upgrade.
Divine Shield is kind of tricky here, huh? I could like triple trade. Get a heal in too. Let's heal first. This thing's kind of putting in work, right? Ooh. It's probably better. Okay, so what do we say? We made some fart sounds. Let's do this. Wait, he's not active? Wasn't he active a second ago? I'm gonna hold him. We have a lot of dragons in the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus, we got a lot of cards. We're drawing 2 cards a turn right now, so. Doing the raid link takes 5 minutes. It's mindless. It costs no money and it helps Redbeard. Smash the download button. Well, don't break your phone or anything. You gotta get to level 25 so you can get a limited edition Redbeard brand t-shirt as well. I like this part of this song. That's pretty cool. Man, Graham might just be the nicest human that ever lived. Him and...
Pay attention, class.
I don't know. Not me. What are you shooting? What the fuck? Oops.
A mistake.
This deals damage to a minion equal to its attack. The light it burns is dealing the damage, so it's not dealing poisonous damage. If it said, you know, force a minion to deal damage to itself equal to its attack, then it actually would, it would do better things for him.
Eat
kind of want to heal this now. But if I heal here, I guess this isn't even that good. Let's heal here. And then let's get this down. We'll trade that off. And I guess I'll bop that in case he has something like, you know, a boon, not a boon, but an elixir or something, right? Good night. Yeah, there's a little promo. You can get some extra crystals, some extra coins. I know how you love coins and crystals. Don't you dare. Don't you dare kill my poisonous thing. Alright. Oh, I had more dragons than I realized. I didn't even count this one. Okay. Boon ain't bad. I guess I'm not really doing... I could play this, I suppose.
Grab your cutlass.
Sure. This poor guy played a dragon slayer and now I'm just bombing him with dragons. A man is walking. He is drunk. He is in Mexico. A dog comes to his side. He pushes him towards a house. The house of his wife. Had children. Let me out of here. If anybody was following the trials and tribulations of Redbeard's life, you may recall recently that there was a spider that disappeared. I think I found it yesterday after the stream, crawling on that wall. And then I did smash it because I didn't want it. I figured if it could travel from there to there, then it could travel from there to there. And if it could travel from there to there, it could definitely end up in my mouth, in my bedroom, at a future time and date. And I didn't want that to happen.
Your purpose awaits.
Hurry up. Oh, I thought you said hurry up and die. Like, dude, that's kind of fucked up. Thank you, Broody, for the prime, and Kripali for the annoying message. Hope we're both doing well. Why smash it? Well, I didn't want to smash it, but its body was the size of a saucer, and its legs extended were about the size of a basketball. So I didn't really have a choice. I mean, I did. The choice was to die, probably. What is, oh, I don't get the battle cry, so I just get some shitters. What's left in my deck? I've got... Don't tell me I have no spells. Oh wait, that's his spell. Oh no, I have another spell that gets me spells, and I do have no spells, dang it. Sketchy idiot. Darn it. I could take a peek at what the secret is. The way he played this, it seems like it's probably, Ice Barrier, but it's not Ice Barrier? Oh, well that's not great.
At last, a worthy fool.
Okay, fine. You ever play Skyrim? I've never. I feel like I would really have to dabble more into hallucinogenics to fully comprehend the thought process of Wickedy. Are you more afraid of discovered Juceras or spiders? I'm not particularly afraid of either. I don't particularly enjoy, spiders. But they don't really like, I'm not like super scared of them. If like a black widow was crawling on me, I probably wouldn't be super down. But I mean, as I've mentioned, if you watch the stream a lot, which I know you do, I'm much more afraid of cockroaches than spiders. I would much rather have a spider crawling on me than see a cockroach, like know that there was one across the street right now. I'm not like so terrified, but man, they really sicken me. They really sicken me. I think you can input the code like in the shop in the game. But yeah, to do it, all you have to do is beat the tutorial, which again, it'll kind of guide you through. You kind of just click through it. The tutorial takes like 2 or 3 minutes maybe, if that. But you're not like sitting there for 3 minutes, like you just kind of like cinematics and stuff. It's on the left side at the home screen. Well, there you go, Conquer. Conquer knows more. They're put in at the left-hand side menu. The original name was the penis beetle. I get it. That's a lie. I get lies. If you did this ages ago, I assume you can't redo it. Yeah, so this is new accounts on new devices, so... But if Granny hasn't done it and you think she might really dig it, and her 17 grandchildren, then by all means, maybe, you know, consider. I'm gonna bump and ping. I'm gonna have to play that anyway. I don't know. Maybe I pick up a different 3. Chris L. Thank you, Chris L, for the follow. Thank you very much, man. Kripali, you better download Raid Shadow Legends right now so this red man can get more pristine chips and margaritas next year. Next year, buddy boy. Probably gonna get Deathborn. You get a t-shirt. If you get to level 25, they'll give us even more money and you can get a t-shirt. You just have to follow the directions in the panel below. It's a little different if you want the t-shirt. Trade. Boon? What if I boon his guy? I'll get a 3/6 or I can have a 2/5s. Sure. How long does 25 take and how long do we have? So it's up all week and they told me that they estimate it would take 7 to 10 hours to get to level 25. The tutorial takes like 2 or 3 minutes. And then level 25 I think takes a substantial amount of time. So if you're not invested, don't feel obligated. But if you really, really want a free Redbeard shirt, do that. You gotta fill out the form from a desktop download below. Just downloading it and doing the tutorial can be done on mobile or otherwise. Oh wait, that's kind of good potentially. I could wait. Maybe I play this next turn too. I could find a skeletal dragon at least. People will do most things to get a shirt regardless of what the obstacles are in their way. How cool is the shirt? You can see the shirt by filling out the form. You don't have to submit it, but if you fill out the form, you can just kind of put whatever you want. And then you can see the shirt at the end. It'll show you. Still losing. I'm the one losing the dragon. That's not a great deal.
Out of my jungle.
Got the skeletal. Let's play this idiot. Yeah, I'm not here to talk anybody out of getting a shirt. Don't worry, you know. We go back and talk about how you called the Deathborn. No, I just knew. But hey, by all means, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, but if somebody does get the shirt, they get a free shirt, and I get $15. That's a pretty good deal. I'm just throwing that out there. I can kill this instantaneously. As long as he doesn't have his own Deathborn, which we pulled it out of his deck. I mean, there's certainly no guarantee that he's got it, right? So that'd be cool if he doesn't. Theft is OP. Okay, I just want to read. I'm gonna go through Little Wing's chat history. He said, "Theft is so bad, LUL." And then his next message, literal next message, 20 minutes later. Theft is OP. Which is very adorable. Thank you for that. Probably picking up, what are you thinking? Probably Nozari, the paladin legendary. I swear I was gonna say Alex, but I was like, no, it won't be Alex. Gosh darn it. Like I probably won't need Alex, so. Thank you for letting us know his chat logs. The show Silicon Valley is a must-watch. Oh yeah? I think that's Mike Judge as well, right? It's also Mike Judge, yeah, right? I've not seen Silicon Valley at all. Dude, it can't hit his face, I thought. Is this some kind of sick joke? Because I'd say maybe.
Move aside.
I could have played around evasion better.
It is
Just
not
hitting him for
valid time.
anything to put him at 2. I was playing around sudden betrayal. It's like a magnet for face damage. Only because he's immune. Maybe it's bugged, and it's just like if you're immune, it'll always hit your face. I'm not, you know. Just there's sometimes strange bugs in Hearthstone, right? It's like reading the games thread on Reddit during a sports game. A player will make a good play and be praised as the second coming of Michael Jordan and Wayne Gretzky, and then later they will do something bad and they will call him shit and they will say he's washed. Did you watch any of the Thursday night football game? I heard it was very bad and very boring. I watched some and it felt very bad and very boring. Add that interaction to Redbeard Salt. No, the things that are on Redbeard Salt are like the random, when you create a random lackey, but I get the worst one. Like when you evolve, but I always get a 7 mana 4/4. Whenever you evolve into a 7, it's always a 7 mana 4/4. Now not so much, but one meta it certainly was from Proto Drake. Every Proto Drake I would just drop a 4/4. My opponent would drop like a, what's that guy called? Cursed Vagrant or something, Shadow Vagrant, the rogue 7/5 that drops another 7/5. Be like, all right, the game's on the line. 2 protos, 2 empty hands. I'd have a 4/4 and they'd have a 14/10. I don't know. I could watch a baseball game that's like 1-0, or even a, you know, football match, or a hockey game is like 1-0, and it can be really, really exciting. I barely get 5, so NFL game is 3-0. It's like, get me out of here. I like watching a pitching duel, or you know, 2 hot goaltenders, and you know, 1 goal could just change, you know, win the game. Like, it's exciting. Here it's like, okay, I just watched for 2 hours and nobody scored. Hey, hell yeah to whoever just did that. Heck yeah. Raid Shadow Legends. They booted a punt that could lead to them losing the lead, and then couldn't score from the first and goal with time running out. I feel like, oh, let's play that. A lot of NFL games, it's like it either feels like the team is completely inept, or they have like Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady and they could just go 80 yards anytime they want. I don't think that's true, but it sort of feels that way sometimes. Avenge. Well, that one didn't want to hit face. Thanks a lot, Skeleton. Thanks a lot, Skeletor.
I have trained for days.
All they do is run the ball every play, and they're averaging 2.2 yards per rush, which is not a good strategy. That doesn't sound good. In fact, my expert opinion says that that is probably bad. Final play of the game had Darnell Mooney catching the final pass on the goal line, but didn't secure possession while in the end zone. It was inches away when he came down. It was on brand for the Bears. That's not good. You gotta have possession. You gotta get a touchdown. Is he going face? I feel like I want him to go face. But maybe it doesn't matter a ton if that's at 3 or not. Ooh, I ever want to play that? You know, this is a pretty good time for this, right? And then what we could do is pick up a dragon, draw a card. We could get a buff, maybe. We have 2 3-mana buffs, so we might be able to get there now. Thank you as well. I don't know who's doing all the raids. Charles, maybe. Maybe Graham, but I appreciate it. I do. We're getting closer to our goal. Basically there at this point. I guess I'm gonna just cash these in. Kinda hate leaving that up, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, it just only takes like a minute or 2. And again, most of it is just cinematics. So if you want to help Redbeard, very, very easy. Sinistar. The NFL is the most competitive it's ever been. The scoring differential is among the lowest it's ever been. I'm sorry, are you talking to me? I was talking about the lower scoring output, which is different than whatever you're mentioning, unless you're talking to somebody else. In which case I'm confused, because get more raid downloaders and send this guy to the moon. I've got one of those vibrating pencil sharpeners just off screen. No, I don't know. Trying to make one of them chatterbait jokes. Yeah, where the ladies, they sit on them. It's quick to do. Smaller download size than I thought. Yeah, it's an easy download. Some of the games, it's like, hey, you gotta play for 10 minutes or whatever. And people are like, F this. And I get it. I get that. This one's like, hey, just download it. Just check it out. Good luck. God help us. And I've got a bunch of 5-star guys I'm gonna be whooping ass with later. I'm kind of excited. I mentioned, I must reiterate, I forgot exactly how powerful my squad is. Super decked out. Wow, that's so good for us. That play makes no sense to me either. I'd rather just play the dragon. But hey, maybe he's stream sniping and he's like, he's like, fuck this, like, get that dragon out of my hand. This'll work, I'm sure, right? It's very likely to work. Better hit into those. Going a 2-silver into a 1-4 and a 2-6 on back-to-back turns feels bad, right? It's better to hit into those than the 4-4 and the 5-4. I wasn't really paying attention, but it's better to preserve health on your minions, especially if you're as healthy as he is, than to let's see what he's got. Let's take his to Nathria, right? We can take the other one. And then these are mostly shit, so I'll take that. Could play it this turn. It actually kind of, it's pretty annoying for that card. But yeah, it's better to kill something and preserve health on minions if you can.
Stone Legion, to me.
So if I use the 10-10 to clear that thing, then he just doesn't have a BGH target, right?
Stone Legion, to me.
Where'd you learn the word chatterbait? That is one of the best bass lures on the market. Is this a fishing joke? One of my friends dated a gal from Chatterbait. Apparently they pay super well, and now she has 100 rainbow Pikachus and a golden bed hammock. Well, they probably pay different depending on what you look like. Wait, do they pay her just to go on? It's maybe being used as a human anchor for his boat underwater. They're just dragging him on the seafloor. A flannel shirt, probably. Thank you to whoever also downloaded Raid Shadow Legends. Thank you very much. Pretty cool. I'm very happy that we got some. We may not get to 85, we may, but if we get 0, they'll probably just fire me. They'll be like, you're in big trouble. We're gonna hurt you. You're probably gonna hurt me real bad.
For the roast, my lord.
Redbeard, you make most of your money. You make most your money on your OnlyFans, Redbeard. No, I don't. I wish I did. Blink twice if you're in trouble, Redbeard. We won't let them hurt you. No one's hurting Redbeard. Except society. Dreads. The government, probably. That's a good draw. I'm gonna play that. I don't know why I come around here. All you do is hurt my feelings, and I swear to God, 16 or 17 more times and I'm out of here. Remember when your wife came by? And she was like, where the hell is Sin been? And I was like, he's been at the strip club. And then you got in trouble, and you had to sleep outside for 2 months. Sorry about that. I didn't know you didn't mention that to her. I didn't know we were keeping that secret from her.
Foul lizard!
Foul lizard, man. Hey, cool. Let's hit this one. I'll take less damage on this if he needs to trade there, maybe. Hello, you wrote something about bad AoE usage by players today at Dred's chat. Can you explain it? He was offered 2 cards, Forensic Duster in the draft 3, but Forensic Duster and Meteor, and he was kind of like waffling between the two, and then he looked up the deck win rate, and the deck win rate from Meteor was really, really high, higher than Forensic Duster or whatever. But played win rate was lower than Forensic Duster. And that's pretty true of all the good AoE and also the bad AoE. That its deck win rate will be higher than its played win rate. So Duster, you just play. You don't really think about it. You just play your 3-4, and then it kind of screws up your opponent's turn or whatever, right?
You get the goods. I'll stand watch. You get the goods.
But something like Meteor, like somebody might use it here, and then their guy dies, and then maybe it's bad. Or you might hold it here for more value, but using it there might be the right play. It's sometimes very hard to determine when to use your AoE. Like sometimes using it will cause you to lose because you destroy the board, but you don't develop anything. There's a lot of things that go into playing the AoE, so less experienced or poorer players are going to bring the played win rate down, even though it can be a really strong card. That's what I was explaining in Dreads' chat. It's harder when you're typing.
What is a loon's will?
I mean, if you think you're going to get something 3 or less from his deck, if you could guarantee that, then you could take the Abyssal. But what if I just get offered expensive stuff, right? Possible. I kind of wish I had the Abyssal now over this stupid coin. Choose a minion, destroy it after you play some crap.
Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
And we just saw an Abyssal in his deck. Maybe that means he doesn't have an Abyssal in his hand. It's not a guarantee, but it's probably less likely, right? And that could be Abyssal. Oh, these are 5/5s. What the hell am I talking about? Who cares? Is that Black Love? Black Magic by Maximum Love. Sorry. What's up? Same thing applies to minions like Primordial Drake and Deathwing, where the deck win rate may be quite high because the player will hold on to it and not use it. But then you're forced to play it. You are often facing a losing proposition anyway. Yes, to some extent, I agree. I think it's exaggerated a bit. People will say like, "Oh, these cards, the reason is because you play them when you're behind," and that's true to an extent, for sure. But the point is, like the next level, I think, strategic analysis of it is that those cards can be very, very good, and you can play them while you're ahead. And playing them while you're ahead can be a contributing factor to like why they're so powerful, and the stats may not reflect that, because like the more variance and the more skill you kind of put into the usage of a card, I think the less indicative of reality that the scores are going to reflect, because of like people who are going to misplay it are just going to just incrementally bring the win rates down. If that makes sense. But yeah, cards like Flame Strike might have a lower win rate because people misplay them, and because you're going to Flame Strike when you're behind more often. But Flame Strike is a really good card because even if you're ahead, you're not destroying your own board, and you're still dealing 5, 10, 15 damage to the board a lot of the time. So it's a card you can play when you're ahead or behind. Something like Primordial Drake is a little less impactful because it deals damage to your side of the board and it's dealing less damage. So those numbers might be like, there might be a bigger gap between the deck win rate and the played win rate. But then you're starting to get into this kind of speculative range where it's like, yes, like it's true, but how true are some of these statements? Thank you to the 6th downloader. I didn't want to write a thesis on it in chat. Yeah, it's hard sometimes to have like really in-depth discussions as a viewer, as a chatter, because it's just like, well, you could talk about this for an hour probably, right? We'll just in fact, we'll just stop talking about it and just read whatever Talriel said, because this is going to be way more applicable and way more accurate than anything I said. Any card that has an effect with nuanced usage will have a deflated win rate, taking into account that HS Replay is essentially giving you data on how the average player is performing. The more complex a card's usage, the more that data should be taken with a grain of salt. If you feel like you are on an above average player to a very good player, I will write a thesis, so I don't have to write my actual essay, Talrio. Tariel, you rootin' tootin' son of a gun. Thanks for downloading Raid Shadow Legends. Thanks for teaching us how to play Hearthstone. If you guys don't know, Tariel is always like #1 on the leaderboard when he plays, and he's like a real smart guy. He's a real smart guy. I'm gonna hit here because I need this thing to die. It's annoying. Tariel is OP. Yeah, he is. Really smart. He's very handsome. He has blue eyes and brown hair and sinewy legs. Can confirm, has beaten me in arena many times, yeah. But you know who he didn't beat? Dreads. And you know what Dreads called him? An idiot, noob, drooling moron. Green, actually. Blue-green, it depends on how the light catches. He doesn't even know because he hasn't stared so deeply into his own eyes as I have while studying the photographs on the Discord. But hey, Tariel may know Hearthstone, but he doesn't know the depths of his own beauty and his soul and his eyes. Dread sounds mean. Dread is kind of mean on stream sometimes. That's a fair point. You gotta look beyond the green of the green and look to the blue of the soul.
Move quickly.
Dread is a mean old guy. I was mentioning this yesterday. He's very, very nice. He's a very considerate man in person, but on stream he definitely perpetuates the appearance of a mean old man. And I stress the old part. Card's good. Could have healed and traded, but then I'd have to play Fairy Dragon. I could have played that. That feels pretty bad though. I don't really want to do that. Oh god, Wickedy, don't write it like that. Dreads is still married to Amanda. I met Amanda at TwitchCon for the first time. She was very nice. And, that's it. Orc has 7 health. Oh, does it? Oh, well, that's that then. Play this to eat a charge. Honestly, I think I'm okay with that if he does it. If not, whatever. It's not a big deal to me either way. I'm gonna refill some cards. I just think this card is kind of overrated a lot of the time. I think it's better in a deck like this that has Clear Conscience and Elixir and stuff, where you could like play this on 1, coin out one of the buffs on 3, and then sometimes run away with the game with like a 3/5 that's continuously gaining you value. And it seems like she'd be very nice. She kept getting mad at me for things Dreads was doing though. Like they'd meet me for dinner, and it's fine because she's, you know, kind and endearing and, you know, whatnot, but like I'd be eating dinner somewhere or like grabbing lunch or something, and then Dreads and Amanda would meet me, and she's like, you know, why are we here? Like, oh, why are you making a seat here? I'm like, well, I'm not. I was just sitting here. Your husband brought you both here. Well, fine, you're welcome, but why am I getting trouble? I was just sitting here eating tacos. She's like, I didn't want tacos. It's like, well, you don't have to get tacos. You guys don't have to be here. I told him, I was like, I'm gonna eat tacos. If you don't want tacos, I'll go meet you wherever you want to go. And I'm sure he probably didn't convey that message to his loving wife quite so clearly. Probably he told her, oh, Redbeard's hats, we have to meet him here. Always getting me in trouble. I think one card that's a good example of that is the Rune Spear. The card is really challenging to use because it's got a lot of moving parts. You have to know the cards that are in to determine whether you play your own minions to look for board buffs, or after if you're looking for AoE. So it rewards meta-specific knowledge. And I think if that card is performing well in HS Replay, it's even better than you might think it is if you're well informed about the meta. I love the Rune Spear, and that's all I gotta say about that. Does anybody ever run Nathria anymore? Do I want this? Do I want this? Oh, I could put the blessing on this guy next turn. What the fuck? Stinky situation. Give me some help. If I get through the taunt, it means I can kill something, right? I don't have to play that. We could. Vine Cleaver's more straightforward? Yeah, but still, even then, I personally think people oversimplify some of these things in that, like, they're like, oh, it's so easy, you just play it and you win, or you just play it. Like, knowing what minions to swing and when to go face, and there's all of this stuff that makes Hearthstone really hard, which is why only a few people average over 7 on their leaderboard runs, right? That's why it can feel very frustrating a lot of times playing it and going 2 and 3 and 3 and 3. It's just so, like Talriel said, there's so many moving parts. There's so many little nuanced things. There are some cards that come down on some board states and you can't win. And it, you know, people kind of like default like, oh, there was nothing I could do, nothing mattered, I can't win. It's like, yeah, but I would say the times that happens, even when I say it and other people say it, is probably like 10% of the time that's maybe true. Like, you truly could do nothing. It's like, well, you could have mulliganed differently. You could have drafted a different card on pick 17 of your draft. You could have traded with a 3-2 instead of a 2-3, and it's like the game spirals into many different directions from that point, so... That's my thought. Theft is good again, huh? You take the elixir, you get Divine Shield, it's really good. Lifesteal's very good. 1/1 copy's pretty shit. Is that ever better to just do that?
I wonder.
Like chop there. I'm going to have to take 4 damage on my guy. I don't think it's worth it. I'm not sure though. It was a 4/8. Seems like an easy pick. Theft? Well, it's not an easy pick. The other card kills a 4/8 too. It might leave me with a 9/11, or might leave me at 30 health. I mean, if it seems easy to you, you're probably, I'm not trying to like diss you, you're probably not thinking about all the possibilities that are available. And that's sort of what we were just talking about, right? Where there are a lot of moving parts. So it's like, at the very least, like, you should consider the other things. And I don't always consider every line, but that's the point, right? Is like, it's very rarely as straightforward as people would put it, but people will generally just be like, oh, it's an easy pick, and then lose and be like, oh, there was nothing I could do. It's like, well, there was 2 things there that could do different things. There are an overwhelming amount of decisions if you are new, and you haven't got a good sort of automatically eliminating some options with quick judgments. You can waste a lot of time getting hung up on a play that a more experienced player rules out quickly, and then before you know it, you're on the rope. Yeah, for sure.
Stone Legion.
I'm just gonna play this because dumping this stuff seems irrelevant. Thank you to our 7th raid downloader. Take a look at, going back in time here, someone like Boozer who did the full analysis every turn, going rope to near the rope to plan everything out, and there was a reason he was top 5 on the leaderboard. Snap decisions aren't always correct, yeah. And even then, and like, I don't like to play that way. I can't play that way. I would, you know, go crazy. But like, even then, sometimes you're thinking about not that play, but like the next play. Like, you're thinking about multiple plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 7, 11. I think I go face here. I don't think I can win by trading. I'm just gonna get like outsmorked, right? Red does an amazing job of letting you know why he does things, but the game is hard. Yeah, it is hard. But it's fun. Anyway, I wasn't trying to like shit on whoever said that, Firefly. Just to reiterate, like while we're having the conversation about how difficult the game can be, and we're contemplating 4 or 5 things, it's not always as easy as you think, that's all. If I tried to do what Red does, I would be worse at doing it. It's a unique skill set. I think I have a unique skill in the ability to play at a blisteringly fast rate while reading a relatively large amount of chat and still performing pretty well. Raid downloaded, but it wouldn't launch on my computer. Oh, that's not good for me. We need every download we can get. We do. That's not good for me. Wait, maybe it is fine. I could just get like, I mean, it's not fine. Gosh, that's actually pretty bad for me, huh? Oh, but he's trading. Huh. Wow. Wait, what's going on here? Why is he trading so much? Is he still setting up lethal? Wow, and we got a taunt. That's a big deal. That's getting smacked. That's happening. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Heal here, die to a silence. Let's just heal our face. He had something that points. He was trying to point something for 4 mana at us.
Where you followed?
What is that card from? Looks like it was discovered by like a turd. What is that? I don't know. I miss Sloshed Red. I had 3 whiskey and colas the other day. I almost thought I was gonna fall out of my chair. What is this card? Hunter thing. Discovered by Muckborn? The Lifesteal card was discovered by Muckborn, I thought. The Lightforged Blessing? Oh, it was this. It was a Fire Plume. So he's always dead, right? Unless it's... Wandering Monster and he rolls a taunt. Is that the taunt draw? You would have been dead? Well, that's why I drew the taunt, though. Right? Hey, our last 2 priest decks yesterday went 12, and this one went 11. That's crazy. That's pretty good. The other decks had a lot of cathedrals in them. This deck doesn't have any. Hot turd. But I guess Acolyte like zoomed in. It's got a lot of brown on the art, right? Save is playing Priest non-stop as well. It seems Priest is the way to go right now. I just think Priest and Mage are some of the only classes that let you build a deck that gives you some agent, like some reasonable amount of agency over the plays you make in the game. Where like you can actually discover cards, you actually have access to some spells or buffs. Whereas like my Paladin decks are just 28 minions and you know, a 2/2 weapon, and it's like, okay, I guess I hope I go first, and they're not biggin and they're not, you know. And same for Hunter, same for Rogue, same for Shaman. My Shaman decks are just like, well, I hope I don't have to totem, you know. It's one of the fun classes, yeah.
Blessings to you.
Yeah, and I personally typically think that a lot of, interesting. I think a lot of...
Where you followed?
Maybe I should have played the dragon. Ooh, ambush is pretty good. Metas yield a lot of fun opportunities. I think this is a uniquely less fun meta, where you just have these so many decks that are just 92% minions, and like your minions are like Safeguard and, you know, Roosting Gargoyle, and it's like, yeah, they're not the worst cards. You can play them, but they feel kind of closer to the worst than the best.
They're on to us.
Checked the prediction. What are we predicting? Was that for Magic Arena? This one is for Hearthstone. 1, 2, 3. He could have a buff from our deck. We have been doing some from Magic, but it should be a Hearthstone one up, I think. How bad is that for me? Somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. What's the best hit? What's the singular best hit for this buff? You got me at Roosting Gargoyle.
A mistake.
You know, it's not ideal. Shadow Word Ruined, yeah. Here's all the shit. Unfortunately, it's in his deck, and all the premium stuff's already on the board. How many wins should this deck go most of the time? I think this is probably a deck that tops out closer to 7. I think we've gotten very fortunate. No Death, no Cathedral. I'd say 7. I'd be very, very happy. I think it's more of a 5 or 6 win deck that tops out around 7. I would imagine we have gotten very lucky to be at 11 wins. I think this deck strikes me as one that would like Twitch chat would aggressively overvalue. We have a couple of pit fighters that can draw us a fairy dragon if we work really hard, right?
Well played.
we're kind of seeing what a real 12-win priest deck looks like. Cathedral in the top, 3 or 4 cards of your deck, double Nova, Ruin, Free from Amber. I don't have access to any of that, which is fine. I'm very happy this deck went 11. It was a lot of fun to play, and
Got something to hide?
I don't think it goes 11 very often. Hey, B-Bart. What's up, man? What's up, Mr. B-Bart? Hey, wait, if we hadn't wasted all of our stuff... Oh no, because I can't kill both.
Well,
Next one goes 12? Maybe. In this meta, we've been talking about it a lot. I think it's very, very deck dependent, right? It always is, but more so probably than ever. Where, like... I think this deck is much more likely to go 4 or 5 than 11. And I think you're much more likely to roll a deck that's going to top out around 3 or 4 than 12. I think, if you roll a druid, a rogue, and a hunter, and you're not getting many wins, no matter what you do. I think your opponent wins that one north of 70% on the card quality alone. Yeah, it's hard to say. Certainly with the Shadow Word Ruin in that spot. But I think that I think we were actually probably about as close as we were going to get to win a game like that. I think we went first. We did, right? And we curved out reasonably well. And we had 15 power on turn like 5 or 6 or 7 whenever they played the Ruin. I think that's how you win that game with a much lower quality deck. You go first, you curve out. He doesn't have the Ruin. It's 3 cards deeper in his deck. And he takes 15 and you just kind of like steal a game. And he never gets his Free from Amber. He never gets his Stoneborn Generals. The Cathedral isn't even enough sometimes. Fun deck to watch? Yeah, it was cool. It was a weak deck that overperformed, I think.